Breaking news, Grande School District has a new resource for homeschoolers through a new program called SchoolLink.
This is the Friday edition of the News Roundup, brought to you by EONI and Grande Ronde Hospital.
Hello, Eastern Oregon. I'm Bob Cavanaugh.
And I'm Bri Troutman.
And you're watching the News Roundup.
This first story is brought to you by Rock & Sons Tire and Auto, your local auto repair shop. For our first story, the Grande School District is offering a new resource to help improve the homeschooling experience. The new program is called SchoolLink. Here's an EO Talk with Brent Clapp, Grande School District Director Scott Carpenter, and Director of SchoolLink, Jenni Fager.
We have spent the last couple months working with ODE and working with our regional partners to create this program so that we could provide a paper-based curriculum that meets the demands of the state in terms of providing an educational program and is sort of facilitated, and we have a certified teacher that can come alongside families and provide the support on an individualized level. So if a family feels really good about math, that they could be able to do that and explore that on their own, but really get some English support or some other support.
A lot of homeschooling families just feel very passionate about, as Scott says, being in the driver's seat when it comes to the education of their children. And we want to really respect and honor that decision. But what is particularly neat about this program, what I would have loved had it been available about 10, 12 years ago for my own children, is that you get to have a partner when you sign up to be part of the HomeLink program. It's not me coming alongside people to micromanage what they're doing, it's to support what they're doing and to provide that expertise.
Be sure to watch the full video right here on EO Alive.
This story is brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress, your local family-owned and operated furniture store. For our next story, we recently aired a small section of an interview with Justin Hernandez, the LeGrand High School Resource Officer. We'll be airing the full interview this week, so stay tuned to learn much more about this outstanding man who is truly helping our local high school students.
This next story is brought to you by the Center for Human Development. For our next story, the Grande Ronde Symphony is holding a virtual event for their 2021 Chamber Music Series, featuring pianist Gretchen Longwell. The event is on Saturday, February 20th at 7 p.m.
Brought to you by Old West Federal Credit Union. Well, here's Bri with another furry friend from Blue Mountain Humane Association looking for a forever home.
Hey, EO Alive. Bri Troutman here with this lovely little lady from Blue Mountain Humane Association. I have with me today Cosmo, which is short for Cosmopolitan. She is between 7 and 8 months old. Cosmo was actually found out at the airport in a garbage can when she was a tiny, tiny little kitten. She comes from the cocktail kitten litter. And she is very playful. She loves to perch on your shoulder. She just jumped off the table, but she's just having a great time. She's very inquisitive, very curious. She is fixed. She has all of her immunizations, and she does get along well with other cats. So from her rough beginnings from, a garbage can out at the airport to being saved and brought into Blue Mountain Humane, she is ready for a new family. So if you are interested in little Cosmo kitten, give Blue Mountain Humane Association a call, fill out an adoption application, and tell them you are interested in Cosmo. Here's Doddsy with another sports segment.
Thanks, guys. What's up, Eastern Oregon? Doddsy here with a quick sports update. EOU, their game against George Fox this weekend got travel restraint canceled. So no games at George Fox. They're going to be trying to go to C of I for a 3-day series. We'll see. They're playing at Linfield this Saturday, February 20th at 3 and 5. And hopefully they'll get this game in. They haven't got a game in all season. Track and field has C of I Icebreaker number 2 this weekend. And it got moved from Friday and Saturday to Saturday and Sunday. Women's lacrosse, they're still traveling to Willamette this weekend. I mean, as long as the weather cooperates, they're going to have a 7-on-7 exhibition game. First game in program history. Let's go. Men's and women's soccer are at home this Sunday and Monday. They're going to play Northwest and Corbin in non-conference games. Fans are not allowed in the stands. Live video and stats. The video will most likely be pay-per-view, and it'll be on EOU's athletic website, EOU Athletics. Let me give a shout out to Willie Mack up there, the SID at EOU. He keeps me informed. He keeps me in the know, and Max and Sam. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys make my job a lot easier. On today's show, which is going to be coming out like right around when News Roundup comes out, I'll have EOU senior softball player, captain, catcher Jordan Henley, and also LeGrand native, a few years younger than me. She's an all-around cool chick. She's a professional disc golf athlete. She's sponsored. She makes money doing it. Zoe Andike is on the show today as well. Thanks, Eastern Oregon. That's all I got. I'm Doddsy. Back to you guys.
Be sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:30 p.m. right here for full sports news and interviews with Doddsy.
Here's another CHD COVID update with Brent Clapp and Carrie Brigiotti.
I mean, I think I'll start out by saying that it seems like there's relatively good news in terms of COVID-19 cases, both locally and in the state. I think over the last few days, we've had cases in the low 100s, and that's been a while since we've seen that. You know, I definitely think that we are seeing fewer cases right now. I'm not going to make any speculation on what things will look like this week. I think after a holiday weekend, it's likely that there aren't any tests that were done, or not a lot of tests that were done, and we could see tests come in over the next few days that could bump our case counts up. But you know, I'm trying to remain optimistic and hopeful that the trend we're seeing is that the cases are going down. So, you know, I think we still do need to remember that there are cases happening in our community, and to, you know, continue to follow the practices that we've talked about so many times. I know people are tired of it. It's really hard to keep it up. We've been doing this for almost a year now, and I know that it's pretty exhausting to act in ways that we're not used to, but it's definitely the way that we're going to keep those numbers down, and definitely the way that we're going to change the risk category that we're in, that will allow some of our businesses to operate in different ways, allow some activities to resume. And I think, you know, as I've said before, a lot of it's in our control. You know, if we really take those actions and we take those steps to mitigate the risk to those around us, we can keep the numbers down and keep them low. So, you know, I'm hopeful, but, you know, also still wanting us to be vigilant.
Here's Gabe, the EO Alive Weather Kid, with this week's forecast, brought to you by Nate Conklin State Farm Insurance, right here in LeGrand.
We have seen a decent amount of snowfall this past week, but now that we are heading into Friday evening, that is quieting down. As you can see here on the weather map, there are no active weather alerts at the moment, and I do not expect that to change heading into the next several days. As we head through the 7-day forecast for LeGrand, I'm tracking those scattered flurries we're seeing around our area now to remain light and continue through tomorrow. May mix with some light rain drizzle at times, although the precipitation tomorrow will be fairly scattered and light, not really expecting any more than a trace of moisture. And then temperatures will approach 40 degrees as we head throughout the afternoon. I am tracking a little bit warmer conditions for Sunday with highs in the low 40s. Mix of rain and snow showers with the best chance of seeing some light snow accumulations in the early morning hours. Precipitation will be more available than tomorrow. And then heading through Monday, we see a lot of dry conditions to start out the day, but those temperatures really start to warm up. I'm talking mid to upper 40s, believe it or not, for a high on Monday. Evening rain will push on in before transitioning into a light scattered shower pattern with some sprinkles and flurries at times Tuesday, but overall Tuesday I think remains with a lot of dry time. Looks a lot like tomorrow. And then heading into Wednesday morning is pretty much our next chance for widespread snow around the Grande Ronde Valley. Things could get a little decent in terms of accumulation heading into the latter part of Thursday and into the first part of Friday. As always, I'll be watching that heading into next week. Through the Blue Mountains, I am watching generally just, a trace to a couple inches throughout the next few days. Precipitation is really not that impressive as we are starting to warm up. Heading through the northeastern valleys, I am tracking the best chance for precipitation will stay towards the northeast around the Blue Mountains. But temperatures will be warming region-wide. The warmest I am tracking is Pendleton, scaling from 42 degrees tomorrow up to 55 on Monday. This has been Gabe Curtis, the EO Live Weather Kid, bringing you your latest forecast. And thank you to Nate Conklin Insurance for sponsoring this weathercast. Hopefully all of you having a great weekend, and I'll have updates heading into next week.
That's it for this week, Eastern Oregon. I'm Bri Troutman.
And I'm Bob Kavanaugh.
Be sure to tune in next week for
The
News
News
Roundup.
Roundup.